Hey, what's going on? Josh here from the DeFi guys, and today I want to make you aware of a new DeFi Staker dapp. Now, it sounds like some of these developers are starting to listen to me and understand all the exploits in many of these new high ROI dapps that are coming out. For example, this specific one has an anti-self refer feature, which means the referral bonus is capped at 20% of your deposit, which that can help to a certain extent, of course. That will keep the contract alive for much longer, but it doesn't solve every problem out there, right? So let's go ahead. Let's break down DeFi Staker. We'll talk about how it works. We'll talk about how the APR and why the APR is up to 1,757.99% that you can make return on your crypto. So we'll go ahead and jump in just a second. Before we do, go ahead, drop the video like if you're looking forward to the content within this video, subscribe to the channel, and tick that bell icon to be notified of all future videos that I upload when I upload them. As always, guys, this is not financial advice. I am not an expert. I am not a financial advisor, just a guy on YouTube showing you guys my journey. So make sure that you consult with an expert before you make a decision when it comes to investing into crypto. All right, let's go ahead and let's jump over to the audit, and then we'll talk more about the UI here and how to deposit and how this whole entire thing works. There will not be any affiliate links from me personally below, just to be clear on that, so we can go ahead and remain unbiased here and give you guys my honest opinion up to this point. You know, after 2 months of studying these, I feel like I've gotten them down pretty solid. So you can go ahead, you can click here, you can view the contract. So as you can see, this contract was created 3 days, 7 hours ago. You can see people trying to invest, but it has not launched yet. You'll actually see under method, you will see a new line that says launch. That means you can go ahead and write to the contract and you can actually start investing. So what I've noticed, a discrepancy, is the discrepancy between the UI interface here, the website, and the countdown still going down and it not being live yet, but the contract is in fact live. So what will people do? Well, they're going to jump over here that know about this, and they're going to be able to be the early investors. So they're going to go to contract right here. They're going to click on write contract. They're going to connect their wallet, and they're going to invest here. So you can put the amount of AVAX, we'll just say 10, put your own address right here, and then the plan that you're going with. And plan 0 is in fact plan 0 right here. Plan 1 is plan 1, plan 2 is plan 2, so on and so forth. Okay, that's how that would work if they are shady and they launch too early. Okay, so that's why I'm always looking at this, and I'm looking at the contract. I'm refreshing right here to see exactly if there's congruency between the countdown timer and this, because obviously you can't go over here right now and just type in a number and click on deposit yet, because it's not live from the UI perspective, but it is live from the contract perspective. So just understand that that sometimes these will have this countdown timer, but they'll launch earlier than you actually think. So that's why you just want to pay attention to the contract over here. Okay. That being said, let's go ahead. Let's jump over to the documentation. You can read through this, and it talks about DeFi Staker. But what I like to do is get the Cliff Notes version. So I just go to the audit right here, and this is going to tell me everything that I need to know. All right. Now, the problem with Haze Crypto auditing these is I think that Haze Crypto is also the developers that are creating these projects in the first place, which can pose a problem. They can find different exploits inside of the contract, find different ways to drain the contract balance and take most of the money. For example, they did add an anti-whale feature. I don't know how well that's going to work, but if we in fact go to the website, what we can actually figure out, and we'll click on AVAX. Obviously, there's going to be Phantom, BSC, and Polygon releasing. What we could do is we can actually figure out how many people are depositing into each of these plans here. And if an overwhelming amount of people are depositing into plan 0 and you don't have a diversity of people investing into multiple different plans and not just one plan, then that poses an opportunity for new depositors to actually make money. But if everybody is going with plan 0, for example, this won't drain in 14 days. This can actually drain in 11, 12 days. So you guys on my channel are educated. You know what to look out for so that you can actually benefit from these if you want to go ahead and you want to take that risk. But what you can actually do is you can go over to view contract like I showed you before. You can go to transactions, and then you can go to any of these invest transactions. Obviously the contract's not live, but you can actually see the exclamation point and what people have tried to invest. So we can click on the transaction hash and click on see more, and then we could decode the input data, and you could see this person went with plan 5 or was trying to go with plan 5. So you can go down here and you can see, okay, this person tried to invest in plan 5. So that's what we want to look for. How many people are investing in each of these plans within the first hour? And then based off of that, we can decide where we should put our funds. So if you get a lot of people that are going into plan 3, this is locked up, right? Plan 3, 4, and 5 is locked up. You can't withdraw at any time, where with plan 0 to plan 2, you can withdraw at any time. So if there's a lot of people in plan 3, 4, 5, that can be exploited by people going into plan 0 and plan 1 and draining the contract balance. So just be aware of that. That there is opportunity, not exactly fair opportunity, for people to make money with each of these plans, because most people are going with plan 3 to plan 5. Because again, you can withdraw at any time. You'll be able to earn that 16% here plus referrals, of course, but they do have that anti-refer mechanism. The referral bonus is capped at 20% of your deposit. So let's go ahead. Let's talk about how you're able to make these ROIs here. Okay, so essentially you get initial investors that come in. The contract balance is at 0. As you guys could see, they start investing into these different plans, and you're able to take out your interest and not your principal. So when you deposit here, you can't take out principal. Okay, so what you're really getting here is you're earning 16% here, 72% here, 26% here. If you build multiple wallets beneath yourself, you're going to be able to earn up to 6%. And then the referral bonus is going to be capped at 20% of your deposit. So you can't, the good thing about this is you can't just create small deposits beneath each other and then a large deposit, because you're only going to get 20% of your deposit, which I think is great. And I think this is going to save a lot of people and funds, and it's going to keep the contract balance alive for a lot longer. So I would even argue maybe possibly think about removing a referral, the referral system, and then being willing to pay influencers more up front. That's just an idea that they can go ahead and they can think about. But you guys get this, right? So withdraw anytime on these plans. These are locked. Check out the audit. We'll go back over the audit because we started looking at it. But you can see that high issues, one high issue. The system used is called ROI, must be considered high risk, right? Optimization, low severity, which you can read here, which is not really a big deal in this case. And then you have the withdraw fee. You need to be cognizant of that. It's 10%, and that goes to the contract owner. Okay, the developers, they're making pretty good money off of this. And who knows if the devs are also investing into the contract themselves. So they're getting the referrals, they're getting the withdraw fee, they're getting the daily profit. And that's what I really don't like about these is how can you prove to me that, devs aren't just jumping in 30 minutes, an hour later, figuring out what the the allocation of investments by looking at the contract like I just showed you, and then making their decision to exploit it. Because that's happened. That happened with this FTM stake right here. Contract balance went to 0. Lost thousands myself. So this is just all the stuff I've learned, you guys, and I'm trying to help other people out there. So that's the way that this pretty much works, guys. I pretty much covered everything. On each withdrawal, 10% of dividends will be deducted and sent to the owner, and 90% of dividends transferred to the user's wallet. So something to think about there. As of course, I already explained that here, but just know that you're getting 90%. But yeah, this launches in 55 minutes. So I'm going to get this up as quickly as possible. Again, you can deposit, from the UI right here, click on deposit when it's at 0, or you just go straight over to the contract and you write to the contract like I showed you. But please, please, please use this at your own risk. This is not financial advice by any means whatsoever. I'm not telling you to get involved with Defi Staker. I'm just educating you on this. So make a decision on what you want to do. If you want to study the contract in the first 10, 15, 30 minutes to see what's going on. I don't know how many other influencers are out there talking about this project. That's something to look out for. If this grows really quickly in the first few hours, there could be some good opportunity there. Okay. Hope you got value from this video. If you want to continue to be notified of these types of dapps, go ahead, click the subscribe button, take the bell icon, and comment below. Where do you think this contract balance is going to go? Do you think it's only going to hit 50,000, maybe 100,000? These are starting to get fragmented. Too many of them are being released. And if you don't have a solid following, then you're not going to. And when I'm talking about solid following, I'm talking about the devs having solid connections for marketing. If they don't have that, these die really, really quickly. And I'm seeing them die faster and faster and faster as more people are becoming accustomed to them. So they need to innovate. They need to continue to do different things. I see they're starting to try to, and they're listening to videos like these. So hopefully they continue to do that and create something of longevity. If you are looking for something that has longevity, check out the links in the description. My #1 recommendation when it comes to DeFi, it's called EMP Money. The link to that video will be in the description below. Also at the end of this video that you're seeing right now. Thank you so much, guys, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.